Hi, this is Scott Varilek, Varilek Trading in Sioux Center, Iowa. Still more dicey trade in the live cattle, feeder cattle futures. It's been a long week for cattle producers, and a pretty swift break here on a Thursday, finishing up that day. And starts harder, I guess, last week Friday with the stock market meltdown and how far we've come off of there, and the cattle, sitting near all-time highs, have kind of contributed to some, or I guess followed suit, I guess, with some of that trade there. So testing some of these long-term uptrend lines here in the next, probably next week. I bet we're right on them. So that's what I'm talking about there is 2020 lows all the way up to these all-time highs. You can draw a nice line right across the bottom of them, and if we would take that out, that's going to hurt. We think that the funds are going to be looking at that. We've already seen a mass liquidation of funds from the cattle market. 41,000 in open interest and in short order came out. So long liquidation happened. There was everybody was running scared, and now producers are, looking at the dollar amounts of risk they have. So that's happening as well. We've got live cattle show lists were manageable coming into the week, and you've got guys willing to sell. Where the cattle make good money at these levels for the live cattle guys, and they want to capitalize on that. So they did break down, started taking some of that 193 throughout the week, and Packers aren't going to have to put any more dollars on for a bid because I think they're getting plenty of cattle purchased there. But the flip side is all these cattle that are getting sold are quite a bit lighter. We're trying to sell early. Carcass weights do not show us that. It's kind of eerie that hasn't broke. So I suppose formula cattle are getting pushed back, putting the weight on those cattle negotiated guys. They're trying to stay current, trying to keep moving. So it's been a rocky road. I guess looking ahead, we'll be looking at cattle on feed reports, seeing, okay, are we retaining heifers or not? And the fall feeder run, that's going to matter. So feeder calf prices have broke quite a bit, and they will with this kind of action happening if we start wrecking some confidence. So we're kind of toying with some scary areas here that we kind of need to hold, because if it continues to break and head south, you're going to see some of those shorts press that position. So we're in a tough time. And right now, I mean, it's trading like a bear market. It's easy to talk down in the gutter here when we are, really on the break. But when I say gutter, we're not really in a gutter. We're still looking at 180, at this fat board, and seeing cash at 193. Those aren't bad prices. So still room to do some stuff if a guy needs to really look at that. And the feeders are now here in the mid 230s after being up to the 270s. So they've taken a pretty significant break as well. So questions, call us Varilek, Sioux Center, Iowa. The risk of loss in trading futures and or options is substantial.